Here we go, guys. Real quick video on Ethereum and ADA Cardano. And as you can see on Ethereum here, we had this long-term uptrend line that we bumped several times, finally broke down, of course, yesterday when the whole crypto market collapsed. And what's important to note here is that we closed under this previous low pivot. In other words, these pivots are basically just a 180 down and then push to the back, to the upside there. And regarding those, um, as price is moving, obviously we don't have any, track record. Nothing's going on the right side of the chart. Everything, history wise, what it's done, the resistance, the support areas, so on and so forth, are obviously going to be on the left side. And this was a previous support zone, as well as this low pivot here, as we see, and this one right there. Okay. So, reason why I say all that is that we need to get back up over the 20, that blue line, the uptrend line, number two, and number three, that pivot zone that we were talking about, the red down and the green pivot back to the upside. So we need a candle at least, at the very least, to close in this zone right there. Okay. And then once you lose a moving average, depending on, of course, the location of that moving average and what you have on the left side as far as low or high pivots and other factors as well, that's in the course below that we'll link here. But regarding the help price catch support, stabilize, consolidate, and move, then you have the next moving average that you could come to. And as we see, the 50, this green line here, we came and hit it. Well, we came into the range back here on the 26th of December. And then, of course, yesterday went through it, was bought up and back over it. And that's actually very bullish, very positive for price action, because the last time we actually were in or around the 50 and actually closed just over it was back in the end of October, okay, October 21st. So that's positive for price. We just don't want to break that. And how do we know when to go short? Well, when you start consistently taking out those previous low pivots, those previous support areas. See, one here, one up here. Now we did close under it, but we didn't have any follow through. Now, this candle today, if we get a red candle tomorrow that closes under this pivot zone right here, this will higher odds, higher probability say that we continue further to the downside. Okay, so that's the first, you know, block of on the uh, on the foundation, that could get cracked and pushed away. So what I'm getting at is that, let me reemphasize that this low pivot here, see, we're making low, higher low, higher low. But if we start, like tomorrow, start trading under that and closing under that low, and then of course this one will come next, so on and so forth, that's when we'll be looking at more short positions, more downside for Ethereum, so on and so forth. Especially if you get under that 50, that could be a near term, next few days, a few weeks, kind of a death plunge there if we start trading under that 50. Now let's look at the ADA Cardano, and this is a very simple setup here. What we have up at the top, which is the most important part on this chart, is basically inside bar. And this is what we, have in the course below and teach our people. See this green, where the red arrow is pointing to this green bar, okay? And then we shadowed it in. Now you can wick under it, wick over it, whatever. Only thing that matters is that you're closing uh, price, you're closing candles inside of it, and you just sit on your hands and wait, because you have price trapped in here, and there's only one of two ways it can go. Okay, break to the upside, and the rest is history, or break to the downside, and you better hope it finds support. Now, right now it did. Remember the high and low pivots we were talking about on Ethereum? That's where we are now. This low pivot over here going back to December 11th is what's helping price at this point in time. Then, even if this ends up being a what they call a pause candle, in other words, an opposite color candle today, and then tomorrow we get a red candle, I'm just, just throwing that out there, okay? Just hypothetically, we have real good, a couple of factors down here, the 50 and this measured move, the green dash line, right here, which is very strong actually. And that's probably where the target will be. Well, 100% of it where the target will be if we start trading under that blue dash line. In other words, we lose this low pivot, we're going to the 50 and this measured move, the green dash line. Okay, then we'll have to reevaluate it from there because we could have the breakdown, a little back test, retest up into the 20, which is coming down, and then we could go further down. That's one scenario. Or, we break it, come down, up, and then make a higher low. In other words, that pivot again, and then break off to the upside. And then even down here, you see all that consolidation. See, most people hate consolidation zones because it whips them in and out. They don't know how to play them. And, they get real, a lot of FOMO comes in, or they get depressed and want to go short, as soon as they see a big red candle, but it hasn't broken out or broken down at it anything. Okay, right here was your breakout, right there is your breakout. I mean, that's why our handle is simplistic charts. Okay, it is very simplistic. I mean, don't let the Wall Street institutions, whoever, whatever, think this stuff is complicated. It's not. I mean, it's simple. It's not easy because you're fighting your own emotions, your own previous bad habits in trading, so on and so forth. And that's what makes it a little difficult. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the charts.